Everyone obsesses over commission when it comes to selling, but let's be honest, that's not the biggest surprise when it comes to selling your house. In today's video, we're breaking down the hidden costs that nobody's warned you about. Now, if you're new here, my name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville. I've been selling real estate here in Louisville since 2019. Make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any of my market updates, buyer and seller tip videos, or any other general real estate content that I post on this channel. Also, down in the description, I've got my 7 musts before you list a house. Just 7 things that you should do before you put your house on the market. It's linked down below, completely free to download, just a free resource for you. I've also got my cell phone number, so if you want a free consult, give me a call or shoot me a text. So the hidden costs of selling a house typically come up right before we list the house. Once we have it on the market and we go under contract, we see some more costs come up there, and we also see some costs right before the closing table. Now, the important thing is this video isn't to scare you about all the costs that come with selling a house. It's just to give you the information so that way you can plan better and be prepared for those costs. Now, the first cost that we're going to talk about is our prep work. Now, when it comes to our prep work, curb appeal, staging the house, getting it cleaned, maybe deep cleaning the carpets is all stuff that's going to add up, and it's going to start to cost a little bit of money. But freshening up the landscaping before we list it makes a big difference. Staging the house, if we hire a professional stager to come in and stage the house, it's going to come with a cost. We can do a free consult. Maybe we do paid consult with a home stager to kind of get ideas, and maybe we do it ourselves to save a little bit of money. But staging that house can make a real big difference in terms of how a buyer feels about the property. So it is important to maybe consider at least doing a staging consult with somebody. And then the other thing is when we go to list a house, there's typically some small repairs that we need to make. Maybe it's just paint touch-ups because we had a picture there, we took it down, removed the nail, we patched the hole, but now there's a big white spot on the wall. So maybe paint touch-ups, different things like that are going to start to add up. But it's really important to realize that that is a cost of selling the house, because if you were to stay there, it's probably not something that you're going to hire a professional staging company. Maybe you'd freshen up the landscaping, maybe you'd do a couple of repairs here and there, but it's probably not something that you're going to have a big list of repairs that you're doing, or a big list of stuff that you're doing, like staging it, prepping the house, getting the carpets deep clean, and making the house really show ready for the market. Now, the other thing is when we're getting the house ready for a market, we might go ahead and remove some of the stuff from the house. Maybe we've got too many sofas and recliners and just too much furniture in the house and too much stuff in the house for it to actually show well. So, removing a lot of that stuff is going to make the house feel a lot bigger. It's going to show off the space that the house actually has instead of all the stuff that you've got in it. But with that still takes time to move the stuff from your house to a potential storage unit. And we've also got to pay for the potential storage unit. Maybe we don't have a big truck, so we need to go rent a truck to get stuff moved, and maybe we need to hire movers to move the stuff. It really just depends, but all that stuff does come with a cost, and it's not necessarily that it's a big cost, but it's the fact that all these little costs start to add up into a big number. So it's important to realize that before we list the house or before we decide to sell, that we've got staging costs, we've got moving costs, maybe a pre-listing inspection cost, we've got prep work costs, we've got small repair costs, we've got cleaning costs and all that stuff, and maybe storage unit costs. All that stuff starts to add up before we even put the house on the market. Now, the second set of expenses are ones that we incur after we put the house on the market. Now, these are things like maybe we have somebody that comes and cuts the grass each week. Maybe we've got a cleaner that comes every week or two to make sure the house is constantly in its best shape possible. Maybe it's things like dinner, because we've got a bunch of showings Saturday evening. We don't want to cook in the house because it's going to smell like food, so we go out to dinner. And not typically people are putting dinner as one of their home selling expenses, but it might have been a dinner that you wouldn't have gone out to eat if you were sitting in the house and you weren't selling your house. So it's important to realize that all that stuff starts to add up. And then the other thing is the longer that it's on the market, and if you've already moved out of the house, you've got holding costs, you've got your mortgage, your insurance, your taxes, your HOA fees. You've also got maybe it's utilities, because let's be honest, when you're showing a house, you turn on all the lights, you open up all the windows, and people are opening and shutting your doors. They're letting the heat or the AC out, so then your AC unit and your furnace are kicking in extra because depending on the time of year, could be getting really cold in the house, so then the furnace is constantly running. So all that stuff starts to add up, but it's important to realize that all those are costs when it comes to selling a house. Now, once we go under contract, now we've got another list of expenses that we need to be mindful of. Now, the first one is the buyers typically are going to want to do inspections on the house. They're going to want to do a home inspection, maybe a termite inspection, a radon inspection, maybe a dozen other inspections as well. It really just depends on the buyer. But here's the important thing. Once they get through those inspections, a lot of times they're going to ask us to make repairs, or they're going to ask for a seller credit in lieu of those repairs. It really just depends on what and how they want to work that negotiation. But what's important is realizing doing those repairs or hiring somebody to do those repairs is your expense. The other thing is if we're giving a seller credit, that also comes out of your bottom line at closing. So that's an added expense that we just need to be mindful of when we're going in and negotiating that offer, because we want to have a little bit of a buffer so that way when repairs come up, we know that, we've got $2,000 to $3,000 sitting there. Not that it's going to cost $2,000, $3,000, especially if it's a newer house, but sometimes we do see those repair requests getting kind of lengthy, and those repair items might be costly. So just be cautious of that when you're going in, knowing that the first negotiation isn't the only negotiation throughout the transaction. We've got the original offer, which we need to negotiate, but then the other one is the repair request. And when we make those repairs, all that costs go back to you. So just be mindful that, there are two negotiations in every transaction. There's the negotiation process of getting the offer accepted, and then there's the repair request. So make sure that, you're ready for that repair request negotiation when it comes in. Now, once we get through the repair request negotiations, now it's time to start moving and packing everything up and getting everything out of the house. Now, sometimes that comes with hiring movers, U-Hauls, pods, maybe it's storage units, maybe it's a bunch of pizza and a bunch of friends that you have that come over. Whatever it is, it's important to realize that it's not free, and it definitely costs, comes with a cost. The other thing is if you're taking time off work, well, that time off work comes with a cost as well, because it's money that you could have been making. Now you're at the house moving, so all that stuff starts to add up. But it's important to realize that, that's all part of the cost of moving and of selling your house. Now, the last expense comes up right before closing, and this is going to be our smoke detectors. So in Jefferson County here in Louisville, we have a smoke detector ordinance. That means that we need either to make sure that our smoke detectors are either hardwired in, or they have to be 10-year lithium-ion batteries. Now, they have to be new at the time of closing. So we have to go out and buy new lithium-ion battery smoke detectors and put them in. If you just put them in 2 years ago, you still have to put in new ones. So we need to make sure that that's in our list of expenses when it comes to selling a house. Typically, this isn't going to be more than, $200, but at the same time, that's still $200 that you're spending that you might not have been prepared for. So, that $200 isn't a lot of money, but at the same time, it's still $200, right? And all those $100, $200 expenses all start to add up pretty quickly. So just realize that smoke detectors need to be changed out right before closing if they're not hardwired in. That's all the unpredictable things that really hurt sellers, because they don't know to prepare for them, and they also don't know to plan for them and kind of how to negotiate their way through the process. So if you need help with kind of understanding what you need to do with your house before you put it on the market, that way you can actually, save money on not doing $10,000 costly expensive repairs and then finding out that it doesn't increase the value of your house, give me a call or shoot me a text. I've got my phone number down in the description. I've also got the 7 musts before you list a house, so make sure you go and grab that as well. If it can help out throughout the process, give me a call or shoot me a text. My name is Spencer Lowe, United Real Estate Louisville, and I'll see you in the next one.